Well, hello there. Wow. Chat up there seems to be going nuts. Uh, welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. This is another edition of Another Eden Live, the 51st. In fact, I am your community manager for Another Eden the Cat Beyond Time and Space, Scott, and I am happy to be here with all of you. Hello, Jack, Melody, Bobodo, Pex. Pex, good to talk to you the other week. Losers, Melody, all of you, welcome so much to the Summer Festival 2025 Global. We are here to talk about the latest news, but before we do so, I want to hear from you. How are you doing, chat? How are you doing today? Morning to you, John. It's actually evening where I am. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good midday, good twilight, good tea time, wherever it is, whatever time it is in your part of the world. I hope it is a good time for you. How is everyone doing? Hyped, fine, good, great. Glad to see that everybody here is doing well. I am also doing well, and I'm very excited to talk about a lot of really exciting news. Not to, limit my vocabulary here. Before we get into the updates, as you may have seen earlier on our social media, we put out a post. If you follow us on X or Facebook, if you don't already, please do so. But if you do follow us, you may have seen that we are currently doing a live stream campaign. Everybody is going to get some Chrono Stones for, depending on how many people participate, depending on specifically on the reactions to the campaign post in Global and Japan. So if you haven't already done so, please go do all the interactions and thingies, and let's all get those yummy Chrono Stones. Jin Mori says, sorry, I'm late. I'll let you off with a warning this time, Jin. But you know what you did. Next time I'm watching you. All right? Why don't we talk about some in-game updates, shall we? As the teaser at the beginning of this live stream implied, maybe something that you have seen before, we have a special upcoming serialized episode that I'd like to reveal to you. And as I very often do, I would like to begin by showing you a video trailer of the new episode. I hope you will enjoy.
我ら魔獣の聖地アストラ島。島の中心にある遺跡は信仰の対象としてはるか昔からそこにある。向き合わねばなるまい。俺が新しい生を得るのと引き換えに失った者たちと。
ギルドナ様ですから。
あなたは魔王様の本質を分かっていない。この島の者たちは俺に忠誠がないことは許せない。ないんですか。
悔しいに決まってるでしょ。
力ずくで強行突破するまで私たちはあなたについていくだけです。
お供します。
魔獣は星と共に生きる種族だ。何が起こったのだとしても受け入れ、大地で生き続け、そして今の俺たちにつながっている。
How are we feeling? I see some excitement around a particular character, and I may or may not have. You know, that person appeared in the trailer. We'll see if there's anything more to it than that later on in the stream. But for now, let's talk about the new episode, An Ode to Origin. This episode will appear in multiple acts. I'll get into that in a second. Starting with Act 1. But before I get to that, I just want to take a moment to appreciate this key visual art here. Tease? Jack? Me? No. This has a very different feel, in my opinion, than a lot of previous ones. Though, as we start to learn a little bit more about this episode and about this act, some of the locations and some of the things that you'll be encountering, I think the style of this art will kind of click in a little bit more. More on that a little bit later. We do have a comment from the creator of this key visual, artist Yokan, who says, "My name is Yokan. I was in charge of the key visual illustration. The original concept was to make something a bit otherworldly and mystical. So I went with a style that should be evocative of murals. It's very different from my usual style. So I really enjoyed doing it. I hope this work gives players even just a tiny bit of an idea of the wonder in store for them in Aldo's newest adventure." We have a comment from the artist here, and everybody's commenting about the cute little bunny. What is the episode, An Ode to Origin? Well, it is these things. It is beastly instinct. It is prayer of the Gyre melody. It is demi-human's paradise, a fragment of a story left behind from the planet's dreams. As you all remember, there was a teaser, which I showed at the beginning of the stream, but we first aired that on the April live stream, our 8th anniversary live stream. This episode is going to consist of 4 acts in total, and as the teaser implied, this is a tale previously untold that reaches the depths of another Eden's abyss. Side note, the man himself, Masato Kato, has supervised this story for this one. So now I've got to every once in a while I do kind of like an acting challenge for myself. I try to step into the role of the narrator to make things dramatic. There are going to be a lot more dramatic pauses on this one. I feel like the team has seen me do this and has now split up the next few slides in order to emphasize the drama of this story. I'm just so if you will allow me briefly. Get into character here. Get into narrator mode. Footprints, including those of a Beast King reborn, whose bonds now mended, be tied to the future. Footprints, including those of revolutionaries who vowed liberation and who moved so that the present may remain. Footprints, including those of a brave girl with a heart of gold, who left her fiery spirit behind for future generations. And finally, footprints of anyone from anywhere, from past to future, or perhaps the other way around. The paths we walk tangle in a spiral and are passed on from one to the next, your destination known only to one girl. And scene. Looks like we have some theories as to who might be making appearances here. Do I need to say? I could do that. Another Eden. The cat beyond time and space. Does that work? Let's talk a little bit more about this act, about this story. There's a little bit more of a summary here. An Ode to Origin, Act 1 is called The Beastfolk, Antimony. I have to once again step into the role of narrator. Hold on one moment. Astra Island, home of the Beastfolk since the distant past. A land they hold sacred. A sudden disturbance racks the island, and the former Beast King, Gildna, bereft of his beast fire, sets out to seek a solution. There are those who see strength in him still, while others have lost hope. How should they define strength or evolution? Each individual seeks their own answers. A mysterious girl watches over the Beastfolk, her identity unknown. With clashing desires in their hearts, they all draw closer to the change in the island and the mysteries of the sacred ruins. And scene. It's actually, given where we started in this game, where the main story started, it does feel about time, I guess, is the way I could put it, to have a story about the Beastfolk. We have a creator comment from scenario writer Kanako Ikeda. This actually may be the first time you'll have been hearing from Ikeda-san, but she wrote the character quests for Red-Clad Flamemancer and Let AS. Just to name a little bit of her experience. Her quote: "Good evening, everyone watching the Another Eden Summer Festival. Thank you very much for your support of Another Eden. In the first act, we learn about the lifestyles and beastfolk while uncovering the secrets of their homeland. I hope you enjoy this story of Aldo, Gildna, their friends, and the beastfolk they meet along the way. Nanasaki-san and I are working hard together on Acts 2 and onward. It's a little early to say so, but I hope you look forward to those as well." Introducing some of the Beastfolk here. I'm sure many of you are familiar with who the Beastfolk are, but for those who need maybe a little bit of a refresher, or if you happen to be new here, first of all, welcome. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all those things that help with YouTube algorithms to make us reach more people. We really appreciate that. Also, this will be helpful to you, which is a little bit of a refresher on the Beastfolk, who are people who live in harmony with the planet. They accept whatever happens and persevere on the Earth. They clash with humans who developed the land and have feuded with them ever since. early on in the story, spoiler alert, Aldo defeated Beast King Gildna. He was resurrected as his younger self afterwards and lost his, quote, beast fire, which is his ability to change into a beast. And Gildna ended up choosing a path for the beast folk and humans to live side by side and joined Aldo on his adventures ahead. That is a very, very, very condensed summary of kind of the story of the beast folk so far. There are a lot more stories that you can experience in game, and I encourage you all to do so if you haven't already. Let's meet some of the characters. Some of the characters that you will meet in this story include, in Act 1, the antimony characters include Aldo, of course. It has to be Aldo, right? Can't exclude him from basically any story. Gildna, obviously. Some guy named Myrus, who I keep hearing mentioned in the chat for some reason. That guy's also there. And Myrus is there. So, you know, like a lot of early game characters there. How are we feeling? How are we feeling about that? Again, once again, just so much excitement around Myrus. Another character in Act 1 is this mysterious girl who I cannot yet name, but the party encounters a girl of unknown origin who seems to be oddly well informed on the beast folk. Molten, you think I'm going to appear in the story? I'm not sure. If I was an NPC, what era would I be in? I guess because I'm primarily known for live streaming and doing this, it probably makes sense that I would be in the future era of Another Eden. Let me know in the chat if you were an NPC in the world of Another Eden, which era would you be in? And bonus points if you also want to name which continent. I will have a sip from the, I guess, now partially visible. It changes from week to week. The invisible-ish chalice. Melody is future era. Eric based future in Nilva. Present in Central Continent for losers for some reason. I would be at the times forgotten stop. Let's move right along here and meet some more characters, including the twins, Zesta and Brasa. Get it? We have the sister Zesta and the brother Brasa. Get it? Get it? Another pair of beastfolk twins, friends of Myrus and Myrus. They hold Gildna in high regard. Talk about the setting. The story takes place in a new location called Astra Island. Once again, the theme that you're seeing, the kind of design around the banners here, the theme of the key visual art is starting to click into place with some of these names. Astra Island. And we can also see a temple here on the right side. Another new location, Reston. Get it? Reston. It's a place where you can rest in. Looks a little run down though. I don't know if you could move around so you can see this house a little better. Don't know what happened here. But it looks like it's seen better days. It does look like those better days were really nice, but it does look like it's seen better days. Could use a few handy people to take a look at it. And now we really get to the a very on theme looking place here, the Astrarium. This is the Astrarium, another new location. This is, from a design perspective, as a kid who dreamed of being an astronaut when he grew up, this really speaks to me this really is, it's just super cool to me. I really love this aesthetic. Let's talk about some highlights. First, let's talk about gathering items. You can gather items needed for crafting. You can upgrade your gathering tools to increase their durability. You might even find some rare items. This is a function that might be familiar to anybody who played the Time Mine and the Dreamers episode, one of my personal favorite episodes, but there's some improved playability with this system. Actually, I'll show you a little bit of a demonstration of it, a little video demonstration of it in a moment. But speaking of crafting items, you gather materials and make items from scratch. In Reston, you can craft both materials for further crafting as well as items themselves. You'll be able to craft items for story progression, armor, tools, materials needed to restore the village, and more. So as you can see here, you have... Oh, did my camera die? I'm invisible. I'm speaking from the Shadow Realm has come for me. And I'm back. I have defeated the Lord of the Shadow Realm. Little bit worried that may happen again. If I get pulled to the Shadow Realm once again, I do apologize. I actually do have a backup camera here, which I can try to set up if that happens again. Hopefully that won't be necessary. Anyway. Now that I have returned from the Shadow Realm, let's continue. on and talk about the Astrolabos, uncover the mystery of the star maps. As you progress through the story, you will acquire records of the night sky during certain historical events. By using the mysterious device known as the Astrolabos to display projections of the stars and finding the secrets hidden within the star maps, you will gain access to more of the island ruins. Rumor has it that one of the maps might be a bit different from the others. All right, speaking of, let's talk about... I told you we have a video about the crafting. And actually, before we get to that video, I want to change the music a little bit. I feel like we need the music to be maybe a little bit more appropriate. Okay, now let's get into it. Alright, so here's how crafting looks. You can see, not sure how I'm mirrored, you can see up the top there, you have some of your tools, and you can see how Aldo currently is using these tools to harvest resources. Going a little buck wild there. Then back at the town, you can use the gathered materials to craft. Note that you know you can get different kinds of items. Gold items are rare. You can button smash on these things. You can see we're about to go button smash on the craft button here. They did it a little earlier on the bush. There is some luck element in crafting, a little bit. Keep that in mind. Taking a lot of ropes there. Oh, there goes my camera again. Just one moment here. Can you see me? Here we are. This camera is not quite set up in the same way. You can kind of see my background here. I apologize for that. 1 second while I try to get everything in order. There we go. Good as new, right? Can't tell the difference. Nothing, as if nothing happened at all. Can you still see? You can't still see my shelves, right? I think it's angled now that you can. That I'm all here, all good. The Shadow Realm has been defeated permanently. And I'm going to figure out what's going on with that other camera. Let's see what you guys could have seen. Nothing incriminating, I hope. Just kidding. I'm an open book. Astrolabos, right? That's where we are. We just looked at the. We just took a look at the crafting video. Now let's talk about some of the music. Speaking of music, what you have been listening to over the crafting video and recently is the episode's main theme, which was written by Shigeki Hayashi. let's take and now I'd like to give you a little taste of some of the samples of some of the music. First, we have Mutated Spiral by Shigeki Hayashi. Let me just turn off the main theme here. Turn on Mutated Spiral. So once again, this is Mutated Spiral by Shigeki Hayashi. Next up, we have the boss battle music, which is Deciding the Truth, once again composed by Shigeki Hayashi, and it goes a little something like this. Once again, this is Deciding the Truth, composed by Shigeki Hayashi. Moving right along. This next song, once again composed by, you guessed it, Shigeki Hayashi, is the field music, Their Sacred Place. Once again, this is Their Sacred Place, composed by Shigeki Hayashi, and I think it's appropriate that I'm seeing in the chat a lot of, it sounds a lot like this game, or it reminds me of this kind of vibe, or this kind of vibe, which is kind of a similar way that I reacted. I'm finding myself looking over my now new camera into my old camera and ignoring the new camera. I see you guys there. Sorry. But yeah, I had the same reaction, which is, like it's cohesive, but sounds like a lot of different things at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, how about we go back to the main theme real quick. Once again, Shigeki Hayashi's Their Sacred Place. I'm going to go run that down and bring the main theme back. Yeah, you get a, that's right. You get a timeout. You, bigger, more powerful camera for failing on me. Have to go back to my old but more reliable, apparently, camera. All right, let's talk some of the things you need to know. First, requirements. If you want to play this episode, you will have needed to clear main story, chapter 44. I imagine that most of you did this long ago. But if you haven't, please keep that in mind. Once again, I'm looking at I gotta put like a blanket or something over the old camera so I look into the new one. In due time, Tariq, I will show some characters in due time. Please, hold on to your hats. And then not finally, but another one of the questions that everybody always wants answered is, of course, when? When will it be released? It will be released with version 3.12.5, which releases August 21st. That is, by my count, 2 days from this live stream. There we go. Getting the hang of how long the lag is, the delay is between when I announce something and when you all get the news. 7 or 8 seconds, give or take, it appears. Rise Anirik says, "Let's go campaign," and I'm nothing if I, don't listen to the chat. So let's go to campaigns. Campaign info for this one: clear conditions. Clear these conditions, and you can get up to 1,000 Chronostones. Essentially, clear Act 1. It is broken down into quests. You get more achievement reward bonuses for clearing quests. Clear Quest 1, 250 Chronostones. Clear Quest 2, you get 250 Chronostones. And Clear Quest 3, you get 500 Chronostones. Clear Quest 1, Clear Quest 2, Clear Quest 3. That's a little bit of a tongue twister, which I wish I realized before we went live. The campaign period for this, make sure you do this. All right, that does it. I'm continuing to look. Be right back, guys. My old camera here, needs to be covered in the t-shirt of shame, because my eye keeps getting drawn to the old camera. I need to make sure you guys are there. All right. The campaign period, once again, for this is from the 3.12.5 update through September 30th, 2:59 p.m. So be sure to take advantage of these before then. Actually, Ellie, the old cam is the one I'm using now. The new camera is the one that's in the timeout. But let's not get distracted. We're here to talk about campaigns. Whisper of Time and drops are available from August 21st, 3 p.m. Through September 15th, 2:59 p.m. Make sure you log in every day. Get a drop every day. 1 free encounter per day, up to 10 max, and encounter 10 times to get a 5-star character guaranteed. Then we've got a couple of revival campaigns for anybody who hasn't taken advantage of these already, plus 1 new campaign. All total 30 encounters and 7 5-star allies. The new campaign, which everybody can participate in, is for main story 1.5, Dirge of the Fated King and the Sacred Sword, the Ogre Wars. Just clear it for a ticket worth 10 encounters. If you've already done so, you'll get this automatically. And then we have a couple of revival campaigns we have done before, so if you've already gotten these rewards for these campaigns, you're not going to get them again. But if you cleared them outside of a campaign period, then you will, or if you clear them during this campaign period, you will get these rewards. Basically, if you clear it, you haven't gotten the rewards yet, you will get them. If you've already gotten the rewards, you will not get them twice for the 2 campaigns on the right, if that makes complete sense. We all good? Are we ready to move on to a character introduction? Shall we do that? Letty, to try and answer your question, you saying late account can get it. Not sure what you mean by late account if you're a new player, but basically if you beat all of these, if you clear all of these stories before December 31st, 2:59 p.m., you will be able to get these rewards. But if you've already gotten the rewards, you won't. For the 2 on the center and the right campaign, you won't get them again. That makes sense. Yes, so if you've played for, so let's imagine if you've played for a long time, you cleared all of these, but you did not do it during a campaign, during one of the campaigns, and you did not get one of the rewards. If you had not gotten one of the rewards, but you cleared it, you will get the rewards. That makes sense. I hope that's clear as Chronos crystals. Just came up with that one on my own. Let's talk about version 3.12.5, and let's get ourselves introduced to a new kind of character. Please enjoy.
I'm just gonna be me! Here we go! No holding back necessary! Gotcha! Who wants to get beat up first? I'm cute, not weak. There's a difference. beautiful and she's brave. What's her name? It's Myrus! And in the name of Gildna, I'm gonna kick your butt! Ha! Bow, bow, bow! Boo, boo, boo! Kaboom! Ready? Bewitching Beast Mode activate! Bang! Boom! To the moon! An Ode to Origin. Act 1, The Beast Folk. Antimony. Another Eden. The cat beyond time and space.
I am muted. And what I just said, I guess I will take to my grave, and nobody will ever know what I just said. Nobody will ever hear it, unless you can actually read lips. For those of you who can read lips, that secret is between us. Congratulations on your ability, but yeah, that secret's between us. I guess for everybody else. You'll never, I guess we'll never know. But let me start with something completely new, something that I definitely didn't already say, which is that's Myrus, a chipper, compassionate beast maiden with a loving heart and a vow of loyalty for the Beast King. Myrus, voiced by Holly Taylor, extra style, will be added in version 3.12.5, as it says here. Oh, my mic's in the way. Oh, the Shadow Realm Ellie decided that if it can't pull me visually back in, it will find me somehow. It is slowly deleting parts of me. Oh god. Anyway, with that existential dread having subsided, we have a comment from art team member Kay, who says, the idea was for this outfit to be used on ceremonial or religious occasions, so I added some wings that are associated with beast folk beliefs to give the design a more culturally significant feel. Since this is Myrus we're talking about, I made sure to give her headpiece some rabbit aspects. I focused on a lot of bright colors, pinks, yellows, to build off her overall energy and vivaciousness. I hope you all enjoy having her in your party and make full use of her lively charm. Now to get a little bit into the crunch of things, Myrus, her Sea of Stars stance makes her a great fit for all kinds of parties. At battle start and front line, she deploys Sea of Stars stance. Some of her skills utilize extra effects when Sea of Star stance is deployed, or if there is no overlap in type personalities among frontline allies. Now this specifically refers to element types, so earth, wind, fire. Even non-type counts as a type. We'll get to that in a second. Her enhanced ability after Stellar Awakening fills another force gauge to 100% at the start of battle. Certain effects of her Stellar Skill and Stellar Burst will break deployed zones and deploy Sea of Star stance. Her EX Special Attack restores the AF gauge by 50% at turn end. Note, each activation the amount of AF gauge that is restored decreases. Now it's time for everybody's favorite meta segment, Backy's Battle Tips. She shines the brightest in parties without overlapping type personalities. So we've got two main skills we want to talk about here. First, the Sea of Stars Sailor, 4-star skill. Deploy the Sea of Stars stance, and as an additional effect when it is deployed, applies the following effects to all allies. Overthrow and axe users damage plus 100% for 5 turns. And then Lucky Jump, a 3-star skill, applies the following effects to all allies. Critical rate plus 100% for 3 moves, and as an additional effect, if there is no overlap in type personalities among any frontline allies, buff time count increased. So some example party formations for Sea of Stars stance might be Kagurame, Renni AC, and Koku ES. And some slash types that could benefit here. Shigure AC, Shion ES, and Akane AC. So note about the no overlap in type personalities condition. 1, you do not need 4 members in your party. So this will activate if you've got just 3 members in the front line who all have different types, different type personalities. And also, as I said before, non-type counts. We good? In that case, let's move on to a new Stellar Awakening. Any guesses? Before we, any guesses? I haven't seen your guesses yet, but I don't want to wait too long for this stream lag, so I'll just go ahead and play the video now.
You underestimate me at your own peril.
A lot of guesses for Gildna. Good guess, but our boy Lokido is getting Star Awakening. Moving right along to some of the banners. First, we have the Fateful Encounter for Myrus' extra style, of course, which will appear Stellar Awakened. Note for all of these, well, I think most of them, unless I say otherwise, they are these banners will be run from version 3.12.5 through September 14th, 3:59 UTC. We have the Ally Re-Encounter Titan Star Chart, in which the following characters will appear at a 10% on the 10th encounter, including Komachi AS, Zilva AS, and Virtual Reflection CL. And as a bonus, you get 1 Titan Star Chart and 1 ticket to encounter 5-star Lokido. Next, the Stellar Shine, Valette AS, Utpalaka, and Oboro. You get those. You can encounter those at a 5% rate each on the 10th encounter. If the ally has already been Stellar Awakened, the character will receive an additional 10 Shadow or Light. And then the Rising Stars edition. One of the following will be guaranteed as the 10th character in the encounter. You can see the list here. Ruby Sleeved Merchant, Cyan Scyther AS, Lenaria, Selfless Seeker, Red Clad Flame AS, Valette AS, Nilia, Shion ES, Jet Tactician AS, and Komachi AS. Then, got a couple, maybe 1 or 2 questions about this. We do have a Star Dream encounter. You will receive Star Dream's piece after the Star Dream encounter. You can encounter 1 5-star class Dream character of your choice, available as of version 3.12.10, which includes some of the characters you see up here. Now, that was 3.12.5. Let's take a look a little bit further into the future, shall we? With some new allies, including an ally named Azure Retainer. An easily impassioned young beastman in the loyal service of the Beast King. Yes, the Azure Retainer can become your ally. Does look familiar, doesn't he? I see a little bit of a reaction to this one. We have a creator comment here from illustrator Matsumoto, who said, I had the great honor of illustrating for his long-awaited jump into the playable roster. Part of his charm is the gap between his beast form and his human form, so I decided to emphasize movement for his 5-star and stillness for his 4-star classes. You can catch a glimpse of his more instinctive side in the former and his intellectual side in the latter. I had a ton of fun getting to draw his cool beast side as well as his bespectacled side. I can't wait to add him to the party together with Myrus and Master Gilna. Speaking of, so he says movement for his 5-star and stillness for his 4-star classes. You can see both of the 4-star and 5-star here, 4-star in the foreground and 5-star background representing stillness and movement respectively. And then, yeah, a lot of you had this guess early on, but Gilna will be getting Stellar Awakened at a later date. Let's talk some system upgrades, shall we? There are going to be some overhauls to the Guide of the Heavens and Guide of the Lands rewards system. I believe this will become as good news for especially anybody subscribing to these. The Chrono Stones available for the Guide of Heavens for completing the trials will be increased to up to 1,000 per month. And for Guide of the Land, Chrono Stones available for completing trials will be increased for up to 600 per month. Plus, Guide of the Land benefits get an extra boost. Guide of the Land Spirit Encounters now feature 5-star allies, and you can get 5 lone encounter tickets per month. Couple notes here. The trial bonuses do not include paid Chrono Stones, and the maximum number of Chrono Stones is only obtainable following your renewal. So this does not apply to if you're doing a 1-month trial of it. We have a handy-dandy chart that can tell you a little bit more in more detail everything you want to know about how you would get how and when you would get each of these. Feel free to screenshot this slide for anybody who wants to record this information. I will pause for the pose. There we go. Other campaigns. Some of you may have already had the opportunity to take the type personality quiz. If you haven't done that, I encourage you to. I've done it. And I, perhaps to, okay, don't tell Veruno, because we kind of go everywhere together. But I got Cat Hater on my personality quiz. I selected Dwarf as my type, my race. And it gave me Dog Lover and Cat Hater at the same time. I'll post the full results later. But have you guys taken the quiz yet? If so, let me know in the comments what you got. And yeah, feel free to take that. If you do take the quiz, and posts about 5 lucky winners can win a metallic finish polyester poster featuring the key visual design of the episode art for an ode to Origin, which I'll show again right here. Let me back up to it real quick. There it is. Details about how to enter are on the quiz page. Plus, we've got an acrylic stand giveaway. The Ode to Origin episode releases soon. If you join the social media campaign on X or Facebook, you could potentially win a 5-star Guildnet NS and 5-star Altena NS acrylic standee set. Campaign ends September 4th. One lucky winner can receive this. You just follow and repost, or follow and comment on the post that will be going out for that. So keep your eye on that. To summarize, version 3.12.50 releases August 21st. An Ode to Origin Act 1, The Beastfolk Antimony, releases. Play the episode to get 1,000 Chronostones and a number of other campaigns, which we went over. Myrus gets an extra style. Lokido has his normal style, Stellar Awakened. And in some new news, you can reforge the Sword of Despair and upgrade to Sword of Despair 3. Then in the future, you can encounter the new ally Azure Retainer, and Guildna will be Stellar Awakened. Plus, Guide to the Heavens and Guide to the Land rewards will be overhauled. And last but not least, Brilliant Encounter. Now, the Brilliant Encounter has been also changed a little bit for the better. I think you'll agree. A 5-star character is guaranteed on the 10th encounter. 1,000 Chronostones. This one is for free, one time only. This encounter will let you start collecting. Also, in the future, you'll be able to collect the Unit Star Trails. You'll be able to collect them early by taking advantage of this encounter. And this one is the same as before. The Twin Destinies encounter, 5-star guaranteed on both the 9th and 10th encounters. Another style or parallel time layer ally. This also will allow you to get a bit of a head start on the Star Trails. So these start soon. This starts actually on August 19th, which is today, 1300 UTC, which I believe is about an hour and 23 minutes from now. So quite soon after the end of this stream. So once again, if you haven't already, we'll end up here. If you haven't already, please participate in the pre-live stream campaign. Everybody will get Chronostones depending on the number of reactions to the campaign post, and we'll let you know how that went as soon as we're able. But in the meantime, that is all for this edition of Another Eden Live. I hope you enjoyed all the news of the day. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you haven't already, please like this video, please subscribe to this channel. This helps the channel reach more people and we get more players, and that makes us happy. I think real quick, we're going to post a quiz in the chat, the URL for the quiz. I will have a serious discussion, a firm but fair discussion with my camera about their behavior today, and hopefully we won't run into those issues again. I will also be sure to do my best to avoid the falling into the clutches of the Shadow Realm. I've got a number of rituals that I can probably perform that will aid in that endeavor. So hopefully we'll be okay there. We've got the personality quiz just posted in the chat. Feel free to go take it. Let us know in the comments what you get when you take the personality quiz. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here today. Appreciate you, whether it is morning, evening, middle of the night. I hope you're getting restful sleep. Thank you so much again. Please be kind to each other and have a wonderful rest of your day.